Hi guys, Mindstone here, and today I will be showing you a new deck that I've made for Shaman. It's with the new cards from the expansion, a lot of Jade stuff going on here, and some double gangster stuff going on in Shaman as well. So I will quickly be going over the individual cards, and after that I will be playing a match, maybe two, and well, just showing what the deck does. So the deck is well, the core is like mid-range Shaman. So you have the Tuntrog, you have the Golem, you have the Mantide totems, and well, you have the things below. But they're sort of the same core. The double Maelstrom Pole, the double Lightning Storm, double Hex, all kind of known things. But what's special about the deck is that you have the Evolves and you have the double Gangsters. This combo enables you to, if played on turn 6, just play 3 6 drops, random 6 drops for 6 mana, which to me just seems pretty good, and it actually works out quite well when you do it. So you're going to see this later, but that's like the win condition against control. Against aggro, you use an anti-aggro deck, which is amplified by the Ginger Water Speakers, which heal you for a lot. Um, yeah, so it's just, and then you have some Jade Claws, some Jade Lightning, just kind of keep the board under control, while at the same time you get minions that you can evolve. Because Jade Golems don't really, they're not having a lot of stats or effects, their costs, so they're actually quite good when you evolve them. At least they get a lot better. But enough about that. I think we're just gonna go straight into a few games. Let's see, where did I put it? It's there. Yes. So initially, we're gonna be looking for Pirate Warrior matchups. That's gonna be the best. But we can play against pretty much most what's on the ladder. Dragon Priest and Reno Log is quite bad, so we don't want these, but they do occur. So I'm actually just gonna hold the Junior Water Speaker because it's quite likely I'll be needing it. But except for that, I think I'm going for the 2-2-4 curve, which means Golem on 2, some other thing the turn afterwards. That's for 2 mana because I have 1 mana in Overload, and then turn 4. That's initially what I'm going to be looking to do, but we'll see what happens. As, yeah, well, there's Pirate Warrior. Honestly, doesn't surprise me. So I could coin Totem Golem here. I don't know if that would be good. I don't think so, actually. I think I will just keep it. Because if I do coin, I'll have 1 mana the next turn, and I don't really have anything I can use that on. So it'll be quite bad. Now this is really great, because he does not have Fury Horax, which would usually be the play here. So we're receiving a lot less pressure than we usually would. That means we're not taking as much damage, which is just great. Because the way we lose this is by taking too much damage. We're going to have more value than he does in the end. Okay, so now we're going to start seeing the weapons. This is going to hurt. He does that trade. That's kind of fine, because then we can do Maelstrom Portal and just clear the board, which will be all we want. Buccaneer was the only thing in the way of that, so I'm not unhappy with that. And we got the Harrison, which is super important against those Arcanine Reapers. So we're just happy about it, honestly. Uh, well, that one is very likely to just eat up Hex, just because it's one of the largest minions he has. Um, but right now, I think maybe going for the Jinyu is better because that's just on curve, and I kind of get the full effect, so I'll be happy about that. He's likely to just keep going face. That's another good Hex target, which is kind of worth it, keeping the Hex for also. Just because it has 4 health, which is kind of harder to deal with. Okay, that's weird. That's like really weird. I won't mind. It's not like I'll mind it. So I think I'll just keep the coin. But pretty much next time we're going to be looking to do the double Gangster Evolve combo. So you guys will see how good it actually is. There are bad outcomes because it is random, but most of the time it'll be great. This guy's he's having a quite bad hand. At least things aren't really flowing that fast for him. I guess that's like a weird way of saying it, but he's not really getting that damage going. Haven't taken all that much damage in front of what I usually would have at this point. So I'm getting are quite free evolving this. Can I be happy with this? I could coin evolve here, and I think actually I will, just to get some even larger creatures. And now we got some really great results. The bog creep is super good here. Usually I'd keep the second evolve for the other double gangster, but I just feel like this guy's going to go exhausted in no time, really. Because he's so aggressive, he's a pirate warrior. So it's all about blocking damage here and now. And I felt like the 6 drops I had from the first evolve just weren't sufficient for that. And then you can evolve, but, well, as you guys saw, they were not bad. It's definitely not bad, 10-6, just playing all that stuff. But now we're just going to start turning up the pressure. So we're gonna go for Maelstrom Portal, clear this one, that's a lot of damage. Hero Power for maybe Taunt Totem, we weren't that lucky. Then we're just gonna push in a lot of damage. So he won't be able to do 22 damage in one turn now. I'm absolutely sure about that. So I believe we've got this. We do have the Harrison if weapons should occur, but it's not very likely because that's not going to help him survive this. Honestly, there's nothing in his deck, in the usual Pirate Warrior deck, that will actually help him survive this. At least not in, well, there's not enough stuff. Maybe Brawl could help, that's usually not Pirate Warrior. So I would anticipate this is just going to be game. Yeah, there's the Arcanine Reaper. That's usually what you may want to target Harrison against. Especially when he goes like upgrade. Then it just hurts a lot if you don't get that Harrison down there. You can play Acidic Swarm Boost if you don't have Harrison, but I like Harrison because usually you don't care about using it early. You're just gonna have, well, at turn 5 it's fine, and then you get cards as well. So I kind of like Harrison. There you go, guys. That was one game. I'll be doing one more, I think. Just to show you another matchup, maybe a bad one. I'd love to do that, but then you can see the bad sides of the deck as well. I'm very happy I got to actually show you the combo and what happened with that. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, we've got a Priest. That's likely to be a bad matchup, but we have the Bloodlust to help us with that. Okay, so I'm not going to stick with Jinju here, and I'm probably not going to stick with Jade Lightning either. I'm pretty happy with Manatide Totem, because if he goes for a slow start, this one's going to do a lot of it's going to cause a lot of problems. We now have the Bloodlust in our hand, which is kind of bad actually, because we want to have it at some point, but this is just too early. But we might actually be looking for that early flood finishing, where we just go flood the board, Bloodlust, we're done. Because that's gonna actually go kind of before he gets his bolt clears assembled. The Dragonfire potion is a really big one, and as you guys see, he's playing dragons. So we'll have the spell damage. That's decent enough. It means that Maelstrom Portal next turn is viable if he does something, which I need to Maelstrom. But I think it's likely I'll just be dropping the totem. Yeah, I'll just be doing the totem. He kind of has to do something about that, or it'll just draw me way too many cards. Actually, I think this hand is kind of okay. I would have loved a totem golem, but I think this is fine. Okay, so he's going to clear the spell damage and leave the other one. It's fine, we don't really care about it. Now we're going to have a bit more problems here, because that one is going to be really tough to deal with. But I think actually just playing the thing below will be great, because it's going to block him off. But there might be Shadow at Death, and then we're going to be in really big trouble. But I'm just anticipating there's no Shadow at Death, and I think that'll be the way I have to deal with this. Initially, it doesn't look like there's one, but there might be. No, there's not. That's really great for us. Then we get these two, and they were quite troublesome actually. Okay. So here, this is a bit tricky actually. I think we have the hero power. Hope for spell damage. We didn't get that. Okay, that means I don't really know actually. It's just kind of bad. I think we'll just be going for the full clear. I think that's just the best. You can't really leave Dragon Priest with any minions because he's just going to use them for way too much impact. Yeah, so That's kind of sad, but that's just the way it is. Makes the matchup a lot harder that we can't just ignore his minions. That's okay. It's not really nice, but I guess we can deal with it. Okay. So, still no spell damage. Guess that sucks. And we're just gonna leave it this way. I'm kind of just setting up for that double gangs or double evolve next turn. It's not very well. It's not great, but at least it'll work. He's likely to just kill this one, so I'll have 2 minions on the board, I suppose. And he heals that one. It's kind of fine. Okay, guys. So now we're going crazy. First, we'll just see if the first evolve is good enough. I don't really think so. I think I want more. Oh yes. Oh yes, we're happy now. We don't have a dragon, so Chillmo won't trigger. That's great. Because we definitely don't want the board to be cleared now. But he might have Dragonfire Potion, that would hurt a lot. That's really what makes this matchup really hard to win. But if he does not have that card, we might actually be in a great spot here. But we'll see. Yeah, there's no Dragonfire Potion, so we'll just see what happens. He's likely to trade his Twilight Guardian into that one, but it's really not that optimal for him. Oh, he hoped. He definitely hoped that it would pop and kill most of the board. But we're lucky and it didn't. Is this just gonna kill that Rager thing? That's kind of fine, we don't really care. Okay, so Bloodlust would do not enough damage. I think we'll just go with Hero Power, Maelstrom, and Lightning Storm. We'll just see the Lightning Storm at first because maybe the Totem Golem is better. Okay, I'll go for this one because it can kill that one. And we'll just be going face from here. Okay, so if there's no board clears now, we'll win it, obviously. But there might still be Dragonfire Potion and we'll have a hard time. But Hawker does prevent Dragonfire Potion from being super good. So I think we'll be okay. He'd like to blow a tomb or something on it. I'm pretty sure there's no Shadow at Death. Because he would have used that on turn 3 if it was there. I'm pretty sure he kept these 2 cards. But I'm not 100% sure about it. Okay, so this Dragon Operative, probably worst case for me is going to be Lightning Storm here, and I would still actually have lethal. So I guess it's fine, yeah. So, yeah, well that is 12, he knows. So, you can win the bad matchup, and the double evolve is pretty strong, I just figured. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this deck, and I hope you'll try it for yourself, and I'll see you in my next video.